All right, joining us this morning, special guest from the Joplin Fire Department, Dustin Linu, here to talk to us about fire safety in the home. And we've got smoke detectors here.
We do. So I brought in a couple of smoke detectors this morning. Smoke detectors have changed a little bit over the last couple of years, and sometimes it's good just to get that information back out there. I think we're kind of used to talking about changing your clock, changing your battery, but there are actually some new smoke detectors out there, like this unit that actually has a 10-year sealed battery. It's non-serviceable at the 10-year mark. It just actually gets replaced.
If you go, even like if you look in Walmart, like in the smoke detector aisle, there's so many different kinds to pick from. They range from like $5 to $35. Like, how do you know what's best for you?
That's a great question. And so I'm going to forward a link that we can publish on the KOM site. And it is an article from the NFPA that details the different types of smoke detectors, the best usage for each different type. It details exactly where they need to be located in the homes in recommended distances from like corners and from like appliances, things like that.
Okay. I know a lot of times if you have it too close to the stove, it's going to go off all the time.
Absolutely. That's called a nuisance alarm, right? It's doing what it's supposed to, it's just loud, right?
Yeah.
And like this unit actually has a hush feature, so if you do get a nuisance alarm, you can actually push a button and it will actually hush the unit, right? We don't want them to go off all the time because it kind of makes people a little bit lax, and we don't want them to ignore the alarm itself. So, different types of detectors can offer different levels of protection, especially around like cooking and appliances, things like that. And
I know you can get some that, like where you can have them hooked all together throughout the house too.
That is correct.
That's how my house is hooked up.
Yeah, right. So they're called hardwired. They run off of AC power. And they use a battery backup in the unit. And so if one goes off, the entire system goes off. And I believe we have a video of just that that we have. It may be up right now. This is actually a fire from 2020 in Joplin, in which there was a front porch fire in the middle of the evening. And there's a young lady there sleeping on the couch. And you can actually see the smoke start moving into the structure. She lays there sound asleep, and you can hear her coughing, but everybody's still asleep. The fire actually breaches through the glass, gets inside the house, and everybody's still asleep. And then the smoke detectors do their job. This unit had like a dual tone and a audible voice where it was actually telling you there was a fire, and it gave you the location of the fire, which alerted the family.
Oh, that's cool.
Everybody was able to get out. Everything was just fine. Everybody was safe. JPD assisted in getting the family out, and our crews extinguished that very, very quickly, but they save lives. They're absolutely necessary.
That's awesome. And again, you can go to our website to get more information on placement of smoke detectors and how many you should have in your home. On our website, we'll find a link to this story, KOAMnewsnow.com, on the morning show page. Real quickly, you guys are still hiring. What do people?
Absolutely.
How do they find out about that?
We're going to get a link on your page. That way they can follow that. But yeah, we are still hiring. The application period's open just for a few more days. And yeah, if you want to be a part of something great, get your application in.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this
morning.
All right.
Thank you.
Be safe. We'll be right back.